daily challenges. So today's challenge is show us your den. Well, my den is a complete disaster right now. It's mostly on my desk because I thought I was going to be organized for the games. Turns out I'm not organized for the games. I'm probably going to mess up somewhere, but I've been digging through. I sent out a bunch of samples, and so kind of digging through stuff. So most of it's just sitting out. Well, let's take a look, shall we? So here's the majority of stuff. We got soaps. These are stacked by lid color, and those are stacked by tub color, and these are stacked by being the wrong size, and these are stacked by not fitting into these stacked colors, and same with those back there. And I got a random jar of razors because I don't really have anywhere else to put them. What else do we have? Oh, some samples that I'm deciding about. Perfume samples. Here's some brushes that are a real pain in the ass to drill out, so I had to order some new Dremel bits. Here's my old school Old Spice. Here's some brushes that used to not fit on my little shelf back there. Here's some brushes that are all cleaned out and waiting for knots from stupid China. I just like these containers. And then down here, there's always the random empty box. I have an old candle filled with razor blades. There's a bunch of crap that I've used already. I'm trying to avoid making a mistake, but I just keep throwing it there. And I can't find my change jar right now because we're reorganizing the house and my change jar is missing, so somebody dumped that there for me. There's a bunch of stuff that's been used already. Again, trying to not do a bunch of double takes. Here's the stuff for today, Barbershop theme. Here's a bunch of perfumes and some more razors and some stuff. And stuff that I've used. Let's not forget about this box of rando stuff that people seem to all have. It's funny that we have some similarities like that. This is my helmet bag full of samples. Let's see what's in there. I'm doing this one-handed here. Okay. So lots of, absolute tons of samples. What do we got? More perfume samples, some body butter, always got some sterling soap laying around, some blades. What else is in here? Knots. That's an AP Shaveco knot. These are other knots, some badgers. I don't even know which are which anymore. I'm not. There's like 5 Omo knots in there. Bunch of soap. Here's my sample sending material. So for you guys that got samples from me, you'll recognize that stuff. Fougere Aromatique, whatever, I'm not French. Bunch of soaps. My sister-in-law made these soaps. Some Mammoth soap. More Sterling soap. What's this? Some clay soap. Barrister and Man soap. Sandalwood soap. So there's the extra thing. Let's see what else we got. Before we get started, here's the other sort of random stuff that's in the medicine cabinet. All of my ghetto aftershaves are in here. And then there's more aftershaves in this cabinet. And I think that's good enough, right? There's a den tour. So that was super boring. Let's go shave, shall we? Yes. So for today, barbershop theme, we are going to hang out with Noble Lather, our bar. We're going to use some Pinot Clubman because it smells like a barbershop because they use this cheap garbage. And we're going to use Sterling's Barbershop EDT Barbershop. Our brush is going to be this enormous barber pole Yaki 30mm brush. This thing is pretty big, but it's a nice tuxedo knot. A razor and blade. Razor's going to be the Magic Razor by Master Barber. It goes under some other names as well. We'll load this thing up. Slide that razor in there, or blade. I always call it blade or razor, I don't know why. Yeah, good. And then slide it in there and see 10 years of blade exposure. This thing's pretty brutal, but it's good. So I'll whip up the lather and then we'll hit it. All right, so we're all loaded up with the bar, and it has all those traditional barbershop oak mossy patchouli stuff. Is there patchouli in there? I think there's lemon and rosemary is what the scent notes say. Representing Noble Lather today for showing a little love to that vendor. And because it's barbershop day, my hair is in full Cosmo Splendor thing. You need a haircut. But I'm not cutting it because I'm working from home, so why not let it grow and see what it looks like? Looks like this. So the barbershop is kind of a ubiquitous scent in wet shaving, and when I was new, I'm still relatively new, but when I was real new, I thought I was like in love with the barbershop scent. I thought I was gonna get every single one ever made, but I got bored of that. Kind of got bored of the scent. This barbershop is just so everywhere, you know, so it's not that particularly special. Not like that special, but the barbershop kind of holds like a little special place in everybody's heart. At least it does in mine. My video is not particularly exciting today because I'm swamped at work and I don't have time to be sleeping with mannequins. So we're gonna bust out the Magic Razor with the blade. Look at that blade exposure there. Still pretty dry, but I'm in a hurry. One of the things about using a shavette, or any razor really, is I kind of pick the shapes of the face, right? So I got basically a straight line that I can make here, and then I got another sort of straight line I can make there. I think I just got to play with the corners, but I got a straight line there, straight lines there, and so kind of break them down into those sections to try to not have to be finessing around corners so much. But you gotta go around that corner there. I haven't used this razor in a while, but it's actually a good razor for $2. But this razor is super popular in the barbershops for doing lineups and necklines and everything because it's cheap. Disposable blades. So sanitation is easy. Here I just kind of come up and then around the corner like that. Left hand takes practice. Good sleekness though. Still, after sitting there for all that time, might be sweating. It's hot in here. So there's a quick shave, guys. Quick and boring. But I gotta get back to, I'm on my lunch break, and I gotta get back to my couch office. Now I'm gonna bust out a little panade here. A little, because this stuff is freaking brutal. And I'll just, like, seriously get my hand wet with it and then get that hand damp and go on that way, because this stuff is great for the back of the neck after a haircut, because then you can just get whiffs of it, but right up in your sniffer is pretty tough. So now we'll bust out some Barbershop by Sterling. This one's a lot more powdery. Doesn't want to spray. Where's the end? Getting low. There it goes. Getting low on that. Almost gone. It's a good scent though. It mixes well with the panade, takes the edge off of it. All right, so there you go. There's a photo op for you. Got some drippy lather on Barbar. We got the Master Barber Shavette available for $2 at your local AliExpress. The Yaki 30mm tuxedo barber pole with 10 years worth of lather left on it. And of course, panade, Mr. Clubman. 22 years worth of product. All right, so easy money today. See you tomorrow.